It's you know what? It says we're live now. What is going on, people? Welcome back to another edition of Collect All Monsters, a supplemental stream, part 5 of our yearly tradition that we do here on Collect All Monsters in honor of Black History Month. This is the first day of Black History Month 2025, and we have our awesome chat with African American collectors and fans, kaiju fans, again in honor of Black History Month. So I want to say thank you to everybody that are here. Really do appreciate it. I know there's a lot going on today. The WWE Royal Rumble is going on today. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on. So thank you for being here. Really do appreciate it. And this weekend is kind of like a kickstart to a great few weekends that we have planned, especially for our hobby. You know, you have this stream tonight. Next weekend is Wonderfest coverage. Oh, tomorrow night, Adrian and the Monster Attitude is doing a show involving the top favorite figures of the year 2024. You know, our regular cam episode is 2 weeks from today, so the weekend after Wonderfest. So again, for everybody here in the hobby, we're going to have you on live with some great content for the foreseeable future, at least for the next few weeks. So thank you again, really do appreciate it for y'all for being here. And of course, I'm not alone. Let me do my Steve Harvey thing. And give a huge shout out to my great co-hosts who have joined me here today on this stream. Of course, one of the front runners of Monsters with Attitude, the one and the only Godzilla Train 1090, Adrian Settle. How you doing, Adrian?
Doing wonderful, Leslie. How's everyone doing today? Hope we're doing good. Wait for a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And next, down below him, we have an awesome human being. He's a motivational speaker. He is a pastor. He is a friend. He is a gangster. He is an artist. He is No, seriously.
Hey, you got that right.
No, seriously. He's one of the great guys in our hobby. Really a beacon of light, honestly. And he's one of my best friends, even though he won't come out and admit that publicly. The one and the only Marcellus Winters. How you doing, Cellus?
What's up, man? I'm doing good, yo. That was a good introduction. Everybody needs to know that part too.
Absolutely. And last and certainly, but not least, again, Marcellus, I told you, your parole officer needs to chill for the next couple hours. I'm telling you. But last and certainly, but not least, he's been gone for a couple of years, but you know what? He came back. Thank God he came back. You know, one of our great friends here on the channel. You know what I'm saying? He's a great personal friend of mine. You know, one of the greatest YouTubers of all time, kaiju YouTubers of all time, James Hale, but you know him better as DiegoDoom. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome
That's
back,
right. That's
James.
right.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I've been pretty busy and stuff like that, just working like crazy and just trying to get stuff done. But I mean, I'm still collecting, got so much unopened stuff, but I'm happy to be here and it's good to see you guys again. So yeah.
So again, thank you y'all so much for being here. And again, we're African-American collectors. We're proud to be African-American. We're proud to be a part of this community. And we wanted to show our love for this hobby and for this fandom in honor of Black History Month, all 21 days of it. But that's another story. But we really do appreciate y'all really being here. Now, before we go into the first topic at hand, let me give a huge shout out to the chat right fast. We got Johnny K. What's going on? Nathaniel Plummer. I gotta read his comment. Kyle.
Oh God.
Also, you shout out to Kyle Yow. You know, our fearless leader on Collect All Monster. He is the producer of this show. So thank you so much, Kyle. We do appreciate it. Love you, bro. He said, hi, Nathaniel Plummer. He said, I might be white, but we are all brothers and sisters when it comes to our love for all things kaiju. I got to go and watch the Royal Rumble. Watch show later. Thank you so much for being here for those 5 seconds. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
And thank you for the inspirational statement. You know, that really means a lot. It really does. Of course, GMK Lover, you already know who that is, folks.
I have a good guess.
There's Sandra. What's up, babe? Helmy's in the chat. What's up, Helmy? Robert D. Of course, David Dopko, my fellow partner in crime on Collect All Monsters. Let's see. Arcano Collect. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Let's see who else. Bearded Kaiju Reviews. Oh, that's Eric. What's going on, Eric? My brothers. Remember last year when you said my 4 favorite people? Again, what you trying to say? What you trying to say? No, just joking. Paige? Marcellus, is that Paige?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Paige?
Uh-huh.
And DiegoDoom. Who is that dude? Anyways,
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know who that could be.
He has a great voice. Absolutely fantastic. You know what?
Right.
Say it one time right fast. Say it.
Absolutely fantastic.
Right.
Oh, man, that's so awesome. So you know what? Let's skip all the pleasantries. Let's get into the first topic. You know, we got a few topics, and we got our favorite collectible picks in regards to certain topics that we're covering here today. So again, thank you to everybody for being here. Now, the first topic. And you know what? I kind of covered this already on the Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors group. Please join our group. And actually, Adrian covered it on his Monster with Attitude show, Raw Talk. And I don't think Diego and Marcellus have been aware of this. Maybe they are, but it's time to get real acquainted here. But you remember, I think it was last year, where Variety.com put out that ranking of all the Godzilla films, the live-action Godzilla films.
No, I didn't see it. I completely missed that.
Oh, you didn't see it? Marcellus, did you see it? You didn't see it?
I have no faith in it, though, that's for sure.
At all.
Well, you know what? The reason why I'm including this topic, because as a fan, I like to see outside perspectives, how people who are not in our fandom, who are not really hardcore Godzilla fans, but just are fans in general, view the films that we love the most, you know? And you know what? I know as Godzilla fans, we can get real passionate. We can get real irritated if you talk bad about our favorite Godzilla films. But you know what? I had a coworker ask me, it's like, why are Godzilla fans so passionate about the film? Like, if you talk bad about something that's popular, they will come for you with pitchforks. Why is that? And I had to sit down and think about it, and I came up with this equation. It's no different than a sports fan having their favorite sports teams. It's no different than somebody who lives in North Carolina who's a huge fan of the, let's say, New York Yankees or the Dallas Cowboys. Never been to Dallas, never been to New York, but they love that team. And good, better, and different, they ride with that team. You know, and they don't want to hear anything bad about the team. They don't want to hear everything good, you know. And if you're critical, then, you know, you might catch you know what for it. It's the same thing with Godzilla fans. Like, you know, we have our favorite Godzilla films, and if somebody comes to you and don't see the vision that you see or the positivity that you see, we can be brutal. I'm just being honest. We can be real brutal. So we're going to go through this ranking in case you haven't seen it, you know. Now, here's what we're going to do to make it fun, because there are a lot of films on this list. Now, they're only doing the live action. They're not doing the anime trilogy or Singular Point or anything like that. They're just the live action films from the Showa, Heisei Millennium, Monsterverse, and the Reiwa era. All right? And I promise you, me and Adrian can promise you, there's going to be some films in certain spots that's going to make your blood boil. I'm just being honest. So here's what we're going to do to make things kind of interesting. You got two opportunities. When you see a film that's in a spot that you don't agree with, that really bothers you, you can have a few seconds just to get it out as to why you feel that film should be higher or lower, right? So, but again, there's going to be a lot of films in certain spots that you're not going to agree with, all right? So use those 2 times wisely, because if you blow through them in the first 30, then you're done, okay? So, again, there's a lot of films, so when you go on your rant, not to be too long-winded with it, you know, but say enough to get your point across. And, of course, in the chat, you're more than welcome to do the same thing, all right? So we're going to go from 35 all the way to number 1. And according to the author of this article, his name is Matthew Shersnoff, I believe. Based on like the article that he wrote before he did his ranking, he seems like a knowledgeable Godzilla fan. So I don't think it's somebody that's randomly passing through or whatever. But again, there's going to be some spots that are going to be like, woof. So again, for the most part, if you agree with it or disagree with it, just say that. And again, if you get to a point where you need to let your voice be heard on those two 2 spots, or at least the 2 chances. Do that. Okay? We understand?
Cool.
We're good?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. Oh, my Jesus. Adrian.
I'm talking about blood pressure.
Oh, they ready? Dude, I don't think they're ready. Are they ready? You think they're ready?
They're not ready for this.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Again, we're going to go in this order. Let's do this. Adrian, then Marcellus, then James, and myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 35. All Monsters Attack.
That one I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Just say there.
I feel it should be a little bit higher, but not dead last. All right.
Not dead last. But...
Number 2, Godzilla. Okay. Number 34, Godzilla versus Megalon. Look at James.
Right, so we got like one free throw like that. I don't agree with that at all.
I don't agree with it at all either, Diego.
Whoa.
Nah.
I'm
right,
instantly like. No, keep going. I'm just like, whoa. No, just keep going. I'm like, whoa.
Again, you're gonna see a film in a certain spot that's gonna make your blood boil. When you get to that point, you say, "Hey, I got a rebuttal for that." Okay. All right. Number 33, Son of Godzilla.
I think that's
Son of
fine.
Godzilla.
We'll let it live. No.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, way down there.
Marcellus, what you think?
I ain't even gonna say nothing. You already know how I feel. No show should be down there.
I feel it should be higher. It should be at least in the top 15, in my opinion. All right. Number 32. Oh, boy. The 1998 Godzilla.
I mean,
That's not 35.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Number 31. Godzilla Raids Again.
Honestly, could be lower, but whatever.
I don't know. I feel like I'm fine with it too.
Yeah. That's cool.
All right. Number 30. Godzilla 2000.
Nah.
No, but
no way. No way. You already know I'm about to chime in on that. Nah, man. No way possible. That, my opinion, that's gonna definitely be in the top 10. I don't see. They can boo me all you want. Top 10 because of the suit. That the way they came in with that suit and the whole changes they made to him, man, ain't nowhere in the world. Like that changed the whole. That was like one of the times where you just seen a whole different look. No way. And then I love the way the ending of that movie once they hit the city was just incredible. They did so much in that movie that just caught people off guard. No way that should be down there. That's always going to be a top 10 with me. Period. What's this guy's name again? What's his address?
All right.
Don't pull up
His
Marcellus.
name is Matthew Schurznoff.
No way. That just made me mad.
But Marcellus, just know that you blew over.
It's gonna get worse.
The opportunity, so you got one more. It's gonna get worse.
That one is fine. Anybody know me? That sculpted, that design is just ridiculous to me.
So. Trust me. You're gonna wish you had that back. I'm just telling you.
You are.
All right. All right. Number 29, Godzilla versus Space Godzilla.
I feel like it should be higher, but I don't know.
It's hard to argue for this one, honestly.
I'm fine with it being where it is. Godzilla to me, like to me, it's the redheaded stepchild of the Heisei series. But number 28, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2 from 1993.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I
There's
can't
only
argue
a
that.
couple. There's only 2 scenes in the whole movie I like. So,
James, you cool with that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fond of that movie. I feel like it should be up a bit higher.
Okay. All right. Okay. Number 27, Marcellus and Diego. Number 27, Godzilla versus Gigan.
I don't know. I don't know. I just love to know like the insight here. It's like that movie's lit. I don't know. I mean, I loved it.
yeah, that movie got the longest. Well, that movie has the longest uncut Godzilla fight scene in history.
Mm-hmm.
That fight scene goes on
Mhm.
for almost 40 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and they only break away like twice for a hot second. So how can you not love that when it was just when it hits 48 minutes in, it's just straight destruction. That I'm gonna save
I just
mine. I'm
wonder.
just
This
saying.
person's like, are you in it for the story, or are you in it for
Yeah,
the monster battles and stuff? Because the stories get kind of wacky, but you're here to see some stuff get blown up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
That
I don't
battle
know.
is just crazy in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Now,
saw
y'all-
blood.
Right.
Now, y'all know me. This is my second favorite Godzilla film of all time. And
Mhm.
but I recognize the problems that it has, but it shouldn't be this low in my opinion.
Yeah,
But,
no, definitely not.
all right. Number 26. Oh, Marcellus. Okay. Number 26, Godzilla versus the Sea Monster.
Yeah, somebody they ain't know what they was doing. It's okay. They ain't know what they was doing.
No,
They
they
didn't.
didn't. No.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna just
right,
leave it at
number
that.
25, Godzilla Tokyo SOS.
Can't argue that. I can't argue that one too much. Too much.
Me either.
Yeah.
This one is the cure for insomnia for me for some reason. I can't get through it. I always fall asleep. I can't get through it. All right, number 24, Godzilla 2014.
Can't argue that either.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like now that like time has passed, I don't really like 2014 all that much.
Yeah.
And summer it was like hot when it first came out, but now it's like, it's fine.
It didn't.
It was the most cutaway scene Godzilla movie in history.
Yep.
I'm fine with it being this low. It's like my least favorite MonsterVerse film.
It is. It is.
Let's see, Kaiju Sommelier, what do you say? He said, I agree with leaving the animated ones out. About to say that Singular Point is an absolute favorite of mine, probably because it's great having autistic, neurodivergent characters in the spotlight. You know what? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But on a personal note, I saw one episode of Singular Point and I felt dumber. So kudos to you for
I didn't finish it either and stuff. I just started skipping through it and stuff.
After that one episode, I was like, you know what? I'm not as smart as I thought I was. All right, back to the list. Number 23, Godzilla vs. Mothra, 1992, The Battle for Earth.
I can gladly stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Nah, dude, this should be in the low 30s. This one, okay.
Sometimes you forget about that movie even existing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't see Batra around, it's like, oh, that was a whole movie.
Right, because it's more so a Mothra movie than a Godzilla. Godzilla's just there for some reason. So, and not really a good one, in my opinion. But yeah, it should be in the lower 30s for me. Number 22, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, 1991. Oh, this should be top 15 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
top
on,
15.
man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm working on one of those, finishing up one of those right now. Ain't no way.
All right, number 21, Marcellus, you might use your remaining.
My God. Come on, man.
Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Marcellus,
Come on, man.
You gonna do it? You gonna use it?
No, but I'm gonna just say, that's supposed to be further up.
It should be.
I love the storyline in that movie. Like they kept you going in that movie. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. That he'll see my
Okay.
Be quiet. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing.
All right, number 20. Number 20, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla 2002. And they got the wrong Godzilla here, but still.
All right.
Oh my god.
Y'all cool with this one? Or
Just about right.
Yeah,
It's
when you just hear
about
crickets.
right, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
James, you cool with that one?
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am too.
Again, it should be in the 30s for me. This is like one of my least favorite Millennium films. But whatever.
Lower.
All right. Yeah. Number 19, Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019.
What? That was higher.
Yeah, because that was like really, really fun.
That movie was dope.
Yeah, really a fun movie.
Yeah, that movie was dope.
I'm fine with it. All right, number 18, Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire.
You know, I could go on a rant about this stuff because, like, I don't know. It's like coming off of like watching -1, like 2 months prior, and then over to this. This was like a popcorn movie and a half. Then it's like Shimo and Scar King are like horribly generic. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know. If you want to hear see monster go burr, I guess it's fine. But otherwise, I'd put that like lower and stuff like that. Maybe I'm being mean and stuff like that. Because I don't know. I just feel like the villain characters were just very forgettable, and you're just sitting there like, man, like this popcorn is mad good. This is crazy right now. I don't know.
I think King of the Monsters and this one should swap place. I think King of the Monsters should be higher than GSK, but that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's mine too.
Yeah. All right, number 17, the original 1962's King Kong versus Godzilla.
I kind of say higher, or am I crazy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit higher, but I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that spot. It'll do.
Me either. All right, number 16, Destroy All Monsters. Is anybody using one? Is anybody using one?
It's cool right there. It's cool right there to me. It's cool.
No, I can go lower. It can go lower.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
It's lower.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's cool.
It should be between 20 and 25, in my opinion.
Exactly.
I wouldn't
I'm
put
sorry.
it that low.
I would.
I know everybody got mixed opinions about it.
Yeah, it's mixed. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, this next one, I'm using my one rebuttal. And here we go. And Kyle, I'm sure you're going to feel me on this, and Sandra. Number 15, GMK. Let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no way, I'm sorry, Pastor, but forgive me. Ain't no way in the hell that this should be in 15. No, it should be at least in the top 10. The fact that it's in number 15, and I get it. This film is not. I'm sorry, Sandra. She said, no. I'm sorry, Sandra, but and again, I wish they would have done King Ghidorah better in that film. Honestly, I wish the monster opposition could have been better. But in this film, the positives sure outweigh the negatives, and it should be higher. It should not be no daggone 15. It should be like at least the top 10, at least. But it is what it is. So that's my rant. Are y'all cool with this at 15?
I mean, I ain't cool with it, but I know it's the rest. I know it's on the rest of this list, so I got to hold mine for a bit.
I'm cool with it.
James, what about you?
Hey, go up.
James,
So
cool
I'm
with
having some
GK15?
technical difficulties right now. Hold on one second, or
Okay,
hold on one second.
it's all good.
Let's see what's going on here.
While James is getting that together, so let me ask Adrian and Marcellus, what do y'all think of the list so far? Is it fluid? Is it fluid?
Yeah, you got a lot of those wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, with me. Yeah, you got a lot of them wrong with me, man. We too up and down.
Yeah.
That he got too many. Yeah, them ain't. I'm gonna just leave that alone. Them ain't spaced right
No.
at all.
Okay. Sandra said
Sandra.
she needs to hear all no's.
No, there you go.
No.
All right. Well, until James comes back, let's just go ahead and go through the list and keep on moving. Hold on a second. Let me see let's see what's going on. Okay, it's fine. Diego said his internet's kind of choppy, so we'll just push forward.
Things are going all over the place.
All right,
I'll be back if I can get this straightened out. But I'll be back though if I can get this straightened out. But if I don't make it back, hold on, let me get this camera. If I don't make it back, I don't know why my internet's acting up all of a sudden. Thank you guys, and I will see you all soon. But I'm gonna hopefully come back because I don't know why things are getting all choppy and weird right now. But I'll be back.
We see you.
All right.
Okay.
I will be back.
No problem. Okay. All right, so let's go through these last few entries. All right, again, we were at 15 with GMK. Number 14 is Monster Zero. What y'all think?
No, it should be higher.
No, man, definitely higher. Definitely higher. It's that simple.
Yeah, definitely higher for me. I know David Dopko and Kyle Young agree. So yeah, Monster Zero, it should be higher. Oh boy. Number 13, Godzilla Final Wars.
Ain't no way in the world.
Oh,
that should be down in the high 30s.
That's definitely in the 20s, maybe 30s, honestly.
30s.
Jesus Christ.
33, 34.
Hey.
37,
list, you heard it here
38.
first. You heard it, folks. So according to him, Final Wars is better than Monster Zero, GMK,
no way in the world.
Destroy All Monsters.
It should be like 9. It didn't even make the list.
Far.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go that far.
39. I mean, it didn't even make the list. Go ahead, man. I hate that movie.
All right, number 12, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster.
Nah, that should be way higher.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like in the top 5, top 7.
That's roughly where I have it on my personal list, so I'm not mad about that. Like, I'll let that one slide.
All right, number 11, Godzilla versus Hedorah or Hedra or the Smog Monster.
That should be higher.
Lower, way lower. With me. I can't stand the bad.
I'm fine with it.
I don't.
You know what? I'm fine.
That's going to be over.
With that one.
That's going to be over. Yeah, I'll leave that alone. I'm
fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, number 10, The Return of Godzilla 1984. I know how you feel.
Absolute dog doo-doo. Like,
you saying higher or lower?
It needs to be way higher. This is my favorite movie, so I'm obviously just biased there, but this needs to be absolutely higher. There's no way on God's green earth this should be at the end of the top 10 of anybody's list. Get out of here.
It'll be on mine.
I'm sorry. 84 should be in the 30s. 85 should be in the top 10. I agree with you on that. 84,
fair enough. 85, but 85 should be at least everyone's top 5 or 10, but not in the top 10. No.
I mean, but you know what? You did crack it, so you're still there. So you did a heck of a lot better than GMK. Don't tell Sandra that, but. Okay, here we are, number 9. Godzilla versus Kong, 2021.
Jesus,
that's good.
Why? No, no. This should be in the 30s. Movie is hot garbage.
I like
the
it.
only thing I saved this movie was the monster action. That's it for me. Everything
Now,
else.
you gotta remember though,
garbage.
the whole movie was a lot of fun though, and it dropped during COVID.
But
I like it there. That's cool.
I'm using my second rebuttal. Ain't no way in the world that this film should be higher than Monster Zero. It should not be higher than GMK. It should not be higher than Godzilla vs. Gigan. And I love me some MonsterVerse. You know that. I love me some MonsterVerse.
Well, the problem is those three that you named should be higher than that. That's the thing. Not that one is higher than them. The other one should be up in a higher ranking, period. Over 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? It's probably why what you just said, Marcelo, is that because it came through, on COVID when everybody was stuck in the house and it did save theaters, and it was the first movie to have Godzilla and Kong in it since 1962. So it does have a lot of historical purpose behind it. But in terms of entertainment, it should not be higher than Monster Zero and Gigan and GMK. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
But
Absolutely
and then, like I
not.
said, those three shouldn't even be under 9 ranking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also at the same time, I could recognize between Godzilla X versus Kong and Godzilla vs. Gigan, GVK is a better made movie, honestly. I mean, I can objectively say that.
Definitely.
Kind of the stock footage from Gigan and the suit falling apart for Godzilla and Ghidorah being passive during the movie wasn't really that good. I can still be objective and say that, but from an entertainment point of view, I'll take that movie over GVK all day.
All day.
All right, number 8. Let's get to it. Godzilla versus Biollante. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
No, that needs to be higher. That needs to be higher. That needs to be way higher.
All right, number 7. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, 1974.
That needs to go up. That needs to go higher.
That's at what number? 7.
Number 7. Adrian, everybody can't be in the top 10. What, man?
Yeah, I like that. Right. Adrian got a top 10.
Yeah.
I can see that there.
Okay. No, really, it's roughly what's up on my list, personal list too. Actually, about 6 or 7.
Yeah. I got you. Number 6, Marcellus, Terror of Mechagodzilla. Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. Eric Stope, I'm sorry. Don't be crying in the chat.
I mean, that's fine. I can see that. That's 6 because I would have put that at 5 or 6. That's fine. I can take a 6 on that.
I just want to know what the Attitude Show. I have to plug the Monster Attitude Show because when they did this list, and it's probably like maybe 3 or 4 Raw Talks on their channel. Please check it out, Monster Attitude Raw Talk. And they went through this list. And Eric Stope, like Marcellus Winters, and myself and Adrian, we are huge fans of Terror of Mechagodzilla. More so Marcellus than Eric. But when Eric found out that Terror of Mechagodzilla didn't even crack the top 5, he will make Richard Pryor look like a nun. That's how much he cussed. But still, Eric, again, like Adrian, your films are in the top 10. Quit tripping. At least you're not Sandra, who's downstairs flipping over furniture and everything.
That's fair.
I can see that. 5. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay. Number 5, Shin Godzilla.
Now that just ain't made me mad. Because I would definitely switch those 2. Them 2 would have been switched.
Yeah, Shin's in my top 10, but I'm going to put 5.
Yeah, nah, not in the top 5. No.
I won't put it in top 10. I'll put it in like top 15 at least.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, John.
I think John's not here.
I know, right? All right. Number 4, David Dopko. We in there, baby. Mothra versus Godzilla. Oh, I have no problem with that one. Zero problem with that one.
0 whatsoever.
64 at 4. Yeah.
What's that DJ Khaled meme? You smart. Oh yeah. Oh, Eric Stope, I'm higher than you. I'm just saying, I'm higher than you. Sandra, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. Don't kill me when I come downstairs later on. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. The top three. Here we go. Number 3, Godzilla versus Destoroyah.
What?
Way too high.
What?
Way too high. Way too high.
Are you for real?
Godzilla
Yes.
versus Destoroyah.
No, man. That wouldn't even have that in the top 10. No.
That's way too high. Way too high.
Yeah.
Preview to our show when we talk about this, most overrated Heisei movie of all time.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. You talking about 3? No.
Number 3, Destoroyah. That is too high, but I would still put it in the top 10 because they told the death of Godzilla really well. That's the only reason why I would put it in the top 10. Because again, I've always said it many times before, they handled that death scene so well that if we had no more Godzilla films after that, that was like the perfect way for Godzilla to have a proper send off, in my opinion.
Which that's true.
Number 2, -1.
Not upset about it. It should be maybe a teeny bit lower, but I'm not upset.
Nah.
Not upset about it.
Nah, that's perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because it almost can go. I mean, it almost can go number 1.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one movie that can trump that.
I'm fine with it, but if it was lower, I wouldn't be mad about it. Like, don't get me wrong, it is an awesome film, and basically kind of reinvigorated, people's passion for Godzilla, even outside the community here in the States and abroad, right? So it's famous for that, but it's a film I don't really go back to all too often, to be honest with you, because it's so emotionally heavy. But I understand why it's there, and I'm cool with that. And of course, number 1, the original 1954 Godzilla. I think we all can agree with that. We all can agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a lot. So thank you for everybody in the chat for soldiering through with us. And again, I've always found it fascinating when we get outside perspectives of our films from other people. It's fun to see that. It's fun to talk about it. Talk about the various different of opinions. Again, I know GMK has got my wife turn her furniture downstairs upside down. Yeah, because she loves her some GMK, and the fact that it didn't crack the top 15. I mean, now I gotta get the brunt of it. She gonna corner me in the corner. Why is GMK in 15? I don't know.
She gonna have her finger right here in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disrespect me in front of company.
I know, right? She would do that. I love that. Oh, good.
Oh, God.
All right, so we got a few more topics to go through. So thank you for going through the first topic. And in between topics, we're going to showcase our favorite collectibles, 4 favorite collectibles of movies celebrating anniversary this year. Because there are a lot of anniversaries celebrating in the year of 2025. Godzilla Raids Again, Monster Zero, Frankenstein Conquers the World, the original Gamera film, Terror, Mechagodzilla, Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, 2005's King Kong, Godzilla 1985, So I asked my wonderful co-host to pick a collectible from, again, a movie celebrating their anniversary this year, a 2025 anniversary. Doesn't matter what collectible it is. It could be a figure, poster, book. It doesn't matter as long as it's coming from something being celebrated this year, 2025. So with that being said, Adrian, you're up first. What collectible did you choose in your first pick?
So my first pick is probably considered one of the best that Xbox has ever done in a while. And it's going to be the 25 centimeter 1965 Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
As old as this thing is getting now, this thing is perfection, honestly. There has not been any 25 centimeter version of Godzilla that has beat this yet. Maybe the 74 we'll see. But until then, this is the best 25 centimeter Godzilla out there, honestly, in my opinion.
That's awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. I know that Godzilla design in particular is Marcellus' favorite. So I'm looking forward to see what his pick is going to be. So Marcellus, what is your first anniversary collectible pick?
It's not together. Kaiju Freaks. I got his head off.
Oh, okay.
Frankenstein Conquers the World. This is insane, man. This thing is actually, I know that we ended up doing a gigantic I did a gigantic display of it. But that movie, man, I just love it. I watch it all the time. But yeah, the Kaiju Freaks Baragon Frankenstein set is just I love it. I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it yet because I want to put it in a whole type of some type of crazy scene that I never done before. But yeah, I love that thing. Yeah, you're right, David. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And again, thank you for doing my Frankenstein a while back. Hopefully X Plus can put that in the favorite sculptors line. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
Big 30-centimeter one.
Yeah, because we're about due for another Frankenstein release since the 25-centimeter that we got a few years back. So, but again, Wonderfest is next week. You never know. We could see it. You never know. All right, Kyle, if you fired my first anniversary pick, and it's of course David Dopko. Thank you so much for putting together for me. But my first collectible pick is the 40-centimeter resin model kit of the KOC 1955 Godzilla.
Nice.
Yeah. And that kit is really amazing. It really
is. Yeah.
And David Dopko did a phenomenal job.
Dave did an amazing job on that.
He sure did. He sure did. He made me appreciate this suit and its design, who for the longest time has been considered the ugliest or worst designed Godzilla in the franchise, maybe outside of the 67. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as long as the Godzilla Evolve 2024 exists, the 55 is no longer the ugliest Godzilla in the franchise.
Wait, what? Man.
You hate the Godzilla Evolve? I did not know that.
The shade. What?
I don't get the love for that thing. I'm sorry. That thing is hideous looking. The dorsal plates have no character. He has that spiky, angulous tip at the tail. I don't get it. I don't get why people love that thing so much. It should have been fine. They were fine leaving Godzilla alone. I know why they did it. They probably want to do it because they can make more toys and stuff like that. But that design, and they slimmed them down, it is horrible. So in my opinion, the 55 can no longer be claimed as the worst looking Godzilla. So congratulations, 55. The 2024 Godzilla has beat you on that. Can I get an
55
code in the chat?
No, you gonna call out David because come on. You gonna call out David. Ain't that something? He call somebody else. David he gonna agree with that.
Of course he is.
I'm sorry, I don't get the hype for it. Like again, I know
the way it evolved.
Yeah,
I don't like that X Plus one. I don't like that one.
He's like
I don't really care for it, but yeah, I like it though. That big one that Wishmacall is doing is gonna be nice.
Oh, Spiral Studios,
yeah, that big one. I like that big one, man. Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Good for you.
Well, thank you.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the next topic. Topic number 2. And what is your favorite movie? And again, everybody in the chat, you're welcome to answer the question too, and get some conversations going in the chat. All right, what is your favorite movie celebrating the anniversary this year? And what are your 2 favorite moments from that movie? Adrian, go.
Mine is definitely going to be Terror Mechagodzilla. Of course. Well, actually, no. Thing is, it's a tie between Terror Mechagodzilla and 1985. Jesus Christ, I can't pick either one. But
don't put God in it. Don't put God in it. Go ahead.
Well, yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, we'll go with my favorite. We'll go with 85. And of course, my 2 favorite scenes. The first one is when Godzilla first appears before he attacks the nuclear reactor. We just pan up on him real quick and just see Godzilla start roaring. That scene is awesome. And of course, when Godzilla destroys everybody at the dark before he enters the city. That portion is awesome. That part is awesome as well.
Well, Marcellus, we kind of know what you're going to say, but say it anyway.
You already know. Terra Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, take it home,
Terra
Marcellus.
Mechagodzilla. Off the rip. And the dopest thing is when old dude said, Titanosaurus Mechagodzilla destroyed the mausoleum, and he turned, and the Mars went to shooting. That scene is just killer. He turned into Joe Pesci from Goodfellas. That was crazy, bro. That scene is just dope. I love that scene, and I love when Godzilla come on the scene, like he just rise up behind the building.
Yeah, perfect.
He got that perfect spotlight on his silhouette, and then all of a sudden, light just comes on his face from out of nowhere. Dope. And then and then I love with I can't even get it out. Well, old boy kept trying to get Katsua to like him. Yo, he shot it. He was like, Katsua, I love you anyway. Bro, she a robot, dude. You never even got a date. Oh my God, I be playing that scene all the time. You be like, Katsua, I love you anyway. Dude, she got wires hanging out of her. Oh my God, he never had a girlfriend in his whole life. Man, I don't know why that scene is so funny. but go ahead, man.
You know what, Marcellus, I agree with that, because even I was like, oh, dude, like, you ain't hitting that. I'm sorry.
Man, he's dying laughing.
You got no shot. You got no shot. Even if she didn't have like, you know, Megazord parts inside her body. She's
right.
Still like, I couldn't see that.
Bro, you hit Mechagod girl. Bro,
yeah.
Come on. Man, he was so infatuated with that chick.
He really was.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
But for me, I agree with Marcellus. Terra Mechagodzilla. That film has grown so much on me for the past few years. I love that movie so much. I really do.
Absolutely.
My two favorite moments, maybe not my top two. I love the scene where Mechagodzilla, he deploys his rotational missile for the first time, and he basically destroys that city block.
Awesome.
Whoa! I'm like, this dude took out an entire neighborhood in one shot. I'm like, that is what I want to see.
Yeah.
You know, so that was like a really cool. Yeah, because remember in the previous film, we never see Mechagodzilla attack any type of city. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice to see Mechagodzilla deploy all of his weapons and buildings just disappear and blown to smithereens. But that one neighborhood he took out in one shot. I'm like, oh yeah, that was cool. And this second moment, I kind of get a kick out of, even though it involves Godzilla getting his butt whooped. But y'all know, like Marcellus and Adrian and Eric Stope, I'm a huge Titanosaurus fan.
He was beating the brakes off of him.
I love that one shot, that one scene where when Godzilla finally, attacks Titanosaurus and Mechagodzilla in Tokyo, and Titanosaurus is twerking and doing all the windstorm stuff on him to keep him off balance. And then Titanosaurus runs over and kicks Godzilla with enough force that sends him flying
into a whole other scene.
Titanosaurus is the only monster to literally kick Godzilla out of Tokyo.
Bro, he kicked him over into Brazil, bro.
Man, he kicked him out of Tokyo. I'm like,
into a whole other scene.
I'm like, and that's why all these people that hate on Titanosaurus saying, oh, he's not special, he's not this, he's not that. Well, again, he did kick Godzilla out of Tokyo with one shot. I'm just saying.
Special. Titanosaurus is the best dinosaur.
He has some punter. He got them punter feet, bro. And then look, he kicked him to the point where he flew. Then he went up some more, and then he went down. Bro, that's a kick. When you soared, and then you go up, and then you go down again. Yeah.
Yeah. And when Godzilla got up, he got up and like, damn, am I still in Tokyo?
Right. Man, I need an Uber back to the scene.
Hey, all right. So, all right, let's go to our next our next collectible pick, anniversary pick. All right, Adrian, you're up first. What is your next anniversary collectible pick that you want to showcase right now?
The next one I'm going to pick is going to be the first time I saw this big, beautiful bastard, the 1995 Express Gamera. So if y'all didn't know, Gamma Garden Universe was actually my introduction to Gamera. So first I saw Gamera, it was this Gamera, and this Gamera always hold a very special place in my heart. I love this guy, and I love the Express figure of it too. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Leslie, is that the one I saw at your place and I ended up getting it? The RC one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think
I
Adrian
think
has
it's
the
dope.
vinyl one. I
have the vinyl one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine's, man, is want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. What's yours?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mine is I had to get out my display, of course. The MM28 Mechagodzilla. It was the actually this is the first Mechagodzilla I ever built and painted. And then mine's light up. The eyes and stuff light up on him. This thing was just incredible, man. When I tell you I enjoyed painting that thing, yeah, I had to pull it out of my thing, but yeah, that one there, that MM28 is killer. What you got left?
That's another. I'm torn because I want X Plus to do that in the Favorite Sculptors line, but I also want the Titanosaurus. So I'm torn between which one should come first to, or they might do Godzilla, the Godzilla 75 that we all have from my 28. That should be in the Favorite Sculptors line. The most accurate representation of the 75 Godzilla out there, just saying.
Absolutely.
But my next collectible anniversary pick is from Monster Zero. It is the 30 centimeter resin chef resin model kit of Monster Zero 2 Rodan. And you know what? I chose this because it's great, ain't it? And I chose this because when you think about Monster Zero, I feel like everybody, or at least everybody, talks about everything about that film but Rodan. They talk about how great the human story is. They talk about how cool the special effects are. They talk about how cool King Ghidorah looks and how they improved on the special effects between the previous film and this film. They talk about how great the new Godzilla suit looks. They talk about the appearance of the monsters when they grab them from the lake or whatever. But I feel like Rodan doesn't get talked about enough, and he damn sure does not get talked about enough at the very, very end, when all monsters tumble into the ocean, and you can, when Ghidorah flies away, you can assume that Godzilla survives because he can breathe underwater. But nobody asks, is Rodan okay? Because last time I checked, he can't breathe underwater. So I just wish that more people would acknowledge the 65 Rodan more, Monster Zero 2 more. At
that's
least
the resin chef.
Yes, that's a resin chef. Yeah. And again, that's another one that I feel should be in the Favorite Sculptors line, because the flying heads that X Plus put in the Favorite Sculptors line, that was from a resin chef model kit. So, and we don't have too many representations of the Rodan 65 out there. Now, people automatically think that the one from 64 and this one are one and the same. In a way, it is. It's kind of like the same suit, but they made it different. They made the wings more spacious or wide on the suit, and he does have more a distinctive look on the 65. He's more brown. He's not really dark like the 64 Rodan. But I wish that, more love is shown towards Rodan from Monster Zero.
Absolutely. I actually got that one. I can't wait to build it.
Yeah, because he is just as important to the story as Godzilla is, and King Ghidorah. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I just wish, more love is shown towards him, collectible wise and just overall, really. All right, let's go towards the third topic. All right, we're going to talk about our favorite four-legged Godzilla sidekick, Anguirus. Yes, Anguirus. Anguirus, the killer of the living, whatever you want to call him. He officially turned 70 this year. He turned 70 this year, And here's the question. Do you feel that the monster gets enough credit for not only being the first Godzilla opponent that kickstarted the Kaiju versus Kaiju craze, but being one of the few monsters that have been both a worthy ally and opponent to Godzilla? And what is your favorite Anguirus design? And what is your favorite moment involving Anguirus? So it's a three-part question. Adrian, go.
Okay. To answer the first part, I honestly don't think we give Anguirus a lot of love. I think I kind of mentioned that when we talked about Godzilla Rage Again a couple weeks ago. Anguirus is kind of forgotten underdog in a sense, I would say, because we know he's there, but we don't really give him the amount of credit that he deserves. Everybody talks about King Kong, Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah, but no one ever mentions what Anguirus at the start, the Kaiju versus Kaiju action. So as far as question number 2, my favorite Anguirus design is 55. I don't know why. This is how fierce and ferocious he looks. I really love that design. Really?
Okay.
I honestly need to get representation of him, but I really do love 55 Anguirus. And then my favorite scene for Anguirus would probably have to be actually in the movie, one of the movies I like the least, in Destoroyah Monsters, we actually is trying to throw hands at King Ghidorah. He gets dropped from the sky and he just gets back up and keep trying to be rowdy and throw hands with him. So I've always respected Anguirus in that movie for that, for sure.
That's what's up.
What about you, Marcellus?
I don't think he get enough credit, and the reason why he don't get enough credit is because every time you see him, he getting a right pass beat off of him. Like, I mean, that's why he don't get no credit. Every time somebody call 911, he be getting a break beat off of him. Every scene, that's why he don't get no credit. I love the design. But again, did I say that he be getting the brakes beat off of him? His check engine light is on right now. Poor guy. I mean, when he ran up on the scene he talked about, when he ran up on Monster Zero, he took him in the air and dropped him. He thought he was doing something, and he got killed.
He did.
But listen, King Ghidorah killed him. And then he woke back up out the dead and crawled away. Like, the best design I like the 68 design. I like the 68. To me, it's not a lot of difference between the 68 and the 72. I like that design. What was the third question part? I'm 52, so.
What is your favorite moment involving Anguirus?
I like when he the best scene I like is when he I like when he appeared out of the ground with the fight the imposter Godzilla. But my actual scene is when they was fighting Gigan, and because we always think about them spikes. Him using them spikes on his back. Mm-hmm. So when Godzilla was holding Ghidorah back and was having him hitting with them spikes, that's a dope scene. I like that scene. That's probably my favorite scene that I like. Is when he finally using all them spikes, because you would think he would do more damage because he's just full of points, but somewhere or another, that check engine light stays on, bro. I'm telling you, that car is always in the shop needing a tune-up because he get tuned up.
You know what? I agree. I don't think Anguirus gets enough credit. I think because Godzilla Rage Again, as a movie, really gets overlooked. And I said this many times before, the movie is sandwiched in between two popular entries, probably the most two popular entries in the Showa series, the original and King Kong versus Godzilla.
Right.
And people tend to look to King Kong versus Godzilla as like the first because King Kong was more of a famous giant monster. Anguirus kind of gets overlooked, but he does deserve more credit for being the first opponent for Godzilla that kickstarted this craze that not only the Godzilla films follow, but the Gamera films follow, the Ultra series follow. So that alone should be having more in a prominent conversation, at least a prominent position. I think that because he gets lumped in as Godzilla's sidekick, his lackey, that people like his role is kind of diminished in a lot of people's minds. But when you go back to Godzilla Rage Again, he does deserve that credit. He does deserve that credit.
Hey, Leslie, I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I was laughing at David's comment. I was laughing at David when he's talking about the buzzsaw. So when David said that, right, you always think about that. Like, he saw the saw and he like, ooh, shiny saw. Why would you run into that? I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing.
You know what? That wasn't a well planned thing.
Yeah,
but I get his motivation.
I don't.
No, because remember, this is at the point where Godzilla is getting battered by the tower, and Anguirus sees it, so he's trying to rush to Godzilla. The guy again is blocking his way, but he thought that his head can withstand a buzzsaw going 90 miles an hour, and he was going to just. And I'm like, Anguirus,
he's like,
come on
a
now.
shiny saw.
I mean, but hey, he got back up without a scratch on him, so he did. He's clearly tough, but that wasn't too well thought out. But
right.
But ironically, my favorite design is from Gigan. I love how the darker, even though it's the same suit from Destroy All Monsters, but I love how more brown he looks, and what you did with that, and what you did, Marcellus, with that kit for me is spot on. So that's why I love that design so much. Can't really say 74 because oh boy, he looked like a lifeless bear rug on 74. But my favorite moment, I agree with you, Marcellus. I love when Godzilla got Ghidorah in the full Nelson, and he's basically saying, "Anguirus, back that ass up." And Anguirus like, "All right, whoop."
Right.
Oh God, that was because it came out of nowhere. And
right.
One of those moments that really weakened the Ghidorah, and then Godzilla flips him over and slams him. But that back that ass up spike thing that Anguirus does, that was really cool. All right, now we're going to our next anniversary collectible pick. Adrian, you up next. What you got, man?
Give me a second. This one's gonna be a little bit more difficult to get since he's a bit heavier, but the Monster Maker 28, 1975. Godzilla we was talking about.
There you go.
The absolute best, like you said, Leslie, the best representation of this version of Godzilla. And of course, it was built and painted by Mark Sang-Yang. He did an amazing job on this. And this is probably my most prized possessions. I love this Godzilla so much. It's awesome.
Rightfully so. It's the best one.
It is. Absolutely, it is.
Sellers, what about you, buddy?
Dude. Trying to think, what did I have here?
You got everything. What are you talking about?
Yeah, from the. So mine would be. Wait a minute. Give me the thing. I made sure I picked the right thing. It was my Ghidorah. 64. Where was I? But mine. He was talking about. I lost my train of thought. Did I pick this for this?
Technically, it's still the same one from 64. It's still the same suit, so I would count that.
Yeah, that's why I got it, because it was basically the same suit, and this is the Kaiju Freak 30 centimeter Kaiju Freak. I gotta remember, man, that 52 kicked in like really hard on me last week. I promise it did, bro. 2 breakers shut off. The Kaiju Freak 30 centimeter. It's got the real fur. I put the fur around the neck. I actually built this. This thing is just incredible. I had it at G-Fest, I think one of those years, but I kind of had it kind of back somewhere so you couldn't really see it. But this the Kaiju Freaks 30 centimeter Ghidorah.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Zero.
It's pretty heavy too.
Oh man,
you got manhandling it, Marcellus. So, so you manhandling it, holding it with one hand.
I do, man. I was gonna just do pictures, man, but I've been so crazy busy trying to catch all this stuff up. So, what you got, Leslie?
You're a better person than me, because I would never hold resin Ghidorah with one hand. You know what?
Yeah,
I take that back. I take that back.
Yeah,
I did that once on our show and tell, about a year ago. So I can't really chastise you for that. But yeah, I so want a 30 centimeter Ghidorah. Can't wait to grab one at some point. But again, it's another one I wish they would do in the Favorite Sculptors line. Again, if they can do Destoroyah, they can do a 30 centimeter Ghidorah. Sure can. So hopefully we'll get that. But my third collectible pick, Kyle, if you can fire it up for me. It's the X Plus 30 centimeter Mechagodzilla 1975. And This is by far, y'all know this about me, I love Showa Mechagodzilla. Now, I prefer the performance of 74, but overall look-wise, aesthetic-wise, I love the 1975. I don't know how they did it, but they made him look so more sinister, a little bit more evil-looking, more of a sleek battle machine. Even though his performance is kind of lackluster in that film, ironically, but still, the look of Mechagodzilla from Terra Mechagodzilla is my favorite. And S+ has done a great job with the figures they have done with him. You know, whether it's this one that has the alternate head with the brain, or the one that came out with the light up, or whatever. That thing is absolutely gorgeous. So, man, again, it's amazing. But again, I think the one that tops it is the one that Marcellus just showed off, 20 minutes ago with the Monster Maker 28. So if they do that, the Favorite Sculptor's line, because I'm kind of like trying to wean myself to getting a lot of stuff, because again, I'm going to Japan in several months. But if they do a 75 Mechagodzilla from Monster Maker 28 and Favorite Sculptor's line, I'm going to have to try and go after that one. But yeah, I love that figure from S+. It really is awesome.
It is.
All right.
I agree.
Let's go towards the next topic. Okay. The next topic is Gamera. Gamera turned 60 this year. Okay. Gamera, the flying turtle, the friend of all children. We love Gamera. But let me ask you this. Do you believe Gamera has transcended from being a Godzilla knockoff to his own monster? Or do you feel that he will always play secondary or second fiddle to Godzilla? And what is your favorite Gamera movie? Adrian, go.
This is a really tough question for me, because as much as I do love Gamera, I feel like he still doesn't have the notoriety to be on as a top tier kaiju. Because Gamera has if you think Godzilla has a niche fan base, Lord knows Gamera really has one. But I would like to say Gamera could be his own monster, but somehow they need to revive Gamera in a way to kind of finally separate him from Godzilla, if I'm being in Godzilla's shadow. And as far as my favorite Gamera film goes, it has to be Gamera versus Legion. Everything about that movie was just wild. The way it even starts off as a mystery, then kind of goes to kind of a horror aspect, then we get all of our kaiju action. And honestly, there's no better Gamera movie than Legion. Legion is amazing.
I kind of agree with Adrian, but it's like this. Some of us, we know that it has its own separate entity, but it's still kind of like in that shadow. I believe if they make a hardcore, just some dope Gamera movie, like how they took the anime series. If that anime series was a movie, completely blown away. I think that's kind of like what it's going to take. If somebody somehow they make a new modern one, that's just like killer, like almost, I'm not saying like -1, but on that type of mind, that type of thinking, that literally just separates that into a whole franchise, like by itself, that is recognized. Until then, I think it's going to always kind of stay up under the shadow of that. To me, my favorite movie, period, always with Gamera, is always going to be Gamera versus Gauss. Gauss was just vicious in that movie. Like, he was going to eat kids' buses and everything else. Like, Gauss was just dope in that movie. He did. He was just like, hey, I'm chasing a little kid. I'm going to eat you.
He sure did.
And I'm going to eat the kid if Gamera don't show up. Like, I love that movie. Then close to it, though, real close to it, I like Gamera versus Baragon, close to it, too. Them old shows was just dope. When Baragon came on the scene, busting through the building was just so dope to me. Like his intro scene was better than Gamera. Yeah, Baragon's scene was dope. It was dark. It was grim. Like he just came on there killer, just knocking everything out. But those two Showa ones, they kind of run side by side with me. I love both of those two movies. Better than any Gamera movie.
Okay. I can understand why people do look to Gamera as like second fiddle to Godzilla. I don't really look at him like that, at least not anymore. I look at him as like an alternative to Godzilla.
Yeah.
On equal terms, you know. And really, the Heisei films really changed that mindset for me. Now, when you look at the Gamera films in the Showa period and Godzilla films, you know, it's like if you're a wrestling fan, Godzilla is WWE, Gamera is like TNA. If you get that reference, you know. But in the Heisei series, they redefined the kaiju genre, filmmaking genre, when they brought out those 3 Gamera films. And I've always said, for me, I think the Gamera Heisei films as a whole is better than the Godzilla Heisei films as a whole. I
agree.
Yeah.
You know, some folks feel like because Godzilla had more, that automatically means it's better. Now, for me, it doesn't. I'm looking at it in terms of the quality of the films, the quality of the stories, how things got progressively darker and they got better, new monster designs that we haven't really seen before. Gamera did that. By the mid Heisei of the Godzilla, to me they got lazy. In my opinion, they got lazy with some of the special effects, the green screening. It's like they didn't feel like they were trying, even though they had big budgets to support having bigger films than what they produced. I kind of wish that the Gamera films came out at the same time. That way, it would have lit a fire under toes behind to produce quality content.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I don't look at him as a second fiddle to Godzilla anymore. At first, I did. But now I'm going to watch a Gamera film just like I would a Godzilla film.
Right.
And my favorite film, I agree with Marcellus, excuse me, and David Dopko can film me on this. My favorite Gamera film of all time, even though Gamera vs. Legions at 1.5, my favorite is Gamera vs. Barugon. I love that film.
Yeah, I do too.
What? Honestly, Gamera's barely in it. He's not really in it that much.
No,
not at all.
No.
Literally, he's in the beginning for 5 minutes, he's in the middle for 5 minutes, and he's at the end for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? But it goes to show you that sometimes the monster does not need to be in majority of the film for it to be a great film. Because in a lot of ways, Barugon carries that film more so than Gamera does.
He carried, absolutely.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so it's a great film. The score is great, you know, and just overall, just a great kaiju film, in my opinion. But hopefully, you know, with Gamera turning 60 this year, along with David Dopko, got to mention that he's turning 60 this year, in the same month, no less. So we're going to honor those two come November. But yeah, Gamera, you know, I think Gamera, he has earned his place to not being a Godzilla knockoff anymore. Now, that could be reserved for Gappa, maybe Anguirus. But Gamera, in my opinion, he's up there with Godzilla. He's on the same playing field. Just because he may not have as many movies as Godzilla does not make him less of an icon, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
All right, so let's go with the next collectible pick, the final collectible anniversary pick before we go into the final collectible picks for this stream. So, Adrian, what you got in your final anniversary collectible pick, sir?
I mean, you already know, Leslie. You already know what I'm gonna grab.
Yeah.
The FSL X Plus 1985 Cybot Godzilla. Lord knows I was looking for this kit for the last 10 years. I never found it, but this is definitely an amazing substitute. And he's a lot lighter, so I don't have to worry about him falling off the shelf and shattering 1,000 pieces. So this is definitely my last one.
And what's so cool, Adrian, is that, you know, we're celebrating that movie 2 years in a row, baby. We celebrating 84 and 85 2 years in a row, baby. 85 is better, though.
85 is better.
All right, so
hey,
bro, I'd fight the crap out of this internet. It's ridiculous. I was getting so mad. I know I missed mad stuff though, but don't let me slow the roll or anything like that. Jump in during the double Dutch cycle.
Oh no! After Sellers goes, then we can ask you the questions. And
catch him up
quick.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, because we got plenty of time, and we only have maybe one more question, 2 more questions to go, and that's it. So,
yeah, I can be rapid fire with it. My bad.
Okay. Sellers, go for it. With
mine is I didn't want to grab the figure because it's in my diorama, and I don't really like to move it. Boom.
Yep.
One of the rarest, the rarest kit on the planet. To me,
that one either.
it's MM28 Titanosaurus is just there's just no. I mean, there's just nothing you can say about it. It's ridiculous. I don't even want to move it. That thing is amazing. It was incredible to paint, incredible to build. Hours though. I mean, it is the longest, to me, is the longest kit on the planet to make, because that thing has, Jesus, it has so many of those warts on there. It took me. I know it took me, I think 25 to 30 hours to paint those warts on his body. But that kit is just priceless. That thing is insane. So, I may give it to you one of these days. I don't know. We'll see.
Or I may take it 1 to 2, whichever happens.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. We can work something. I've worked on 3 of them so far.
Okay.
I've actually built 3 of those.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do my anniversary pick for the final round. Then we'll kick over the questions to James. And my last one, of course, Kyle, you can file a picture for me, is, of course, the favorite sculptor's line from X Plus, the aggregate form of Destoroyah.
Yeah, man. I was fighting with the big one. Jesus, yes, that thing is amazing.
I think it's amazing.
I almost showcased that one. I was looking at that one, and I was looking at
I just didn't want to move it.
Like, which one? And I was like, you know what? A lot of love is shown towards the big one. So let's show some love towards this one, which in my opinion looks even more grotesque and more scary looking than the bigger Destoroyah, But this right here, oh my God. Again, that thing was expensive, but it's worth every penny. It is made of resin. Sir. They painted it well. Again, if you look at it wrong, something may break off. So I rarely touch it. But it is, again, if you can get the funds to buy this thing, especially if you're a fan of Destoroyah, I highly recommend you go after it, because that thing is great. Now, don't get me wrong, the perfect one is great too, but there's something about this one that really is great. Like, I'm speechless. Even Marcellus is speechless, and we got both. But and you're right, David. The figure in person does kick more butt than the actual monster in the movie. But again, budgetary reasons or whatever. Again, that's why I feel like if the Gamera series, Heisei series happened at the same time as Godzilla's Destoroyah, maybe we would have got a better film with Destoroyah. And maybe we've been higher on our list when it came to the ranking earlier. But either way, it is what it is. So, James, here we go with the questions that we already answered, so you can speed through them so we can go to our final topic, okay? All right, here we go. What is your favorite movie celebrating anniversary this year, and what is your favorite top 2 moments from that movie?
Right now, celebrating an anniversary for this year, I got 3 figures out here, but let me just pick just one. I'm looking at the list. I think I'm gonna have to go with Godzilla 85.
Good man.
And so we just pull out what I got to commemorate that, or what? Or
pull out what you got and then tell us what are your top 2 favorite moments from that movie.
Okay. So we got, of course, the Yuji Sakai, right? Right, 84, 85, and all kind of good stuff. So, fantastic figure, love it to death and everything. Favorite moments. One thing is mad weird. I really like when the guy got attacked by the sea louse on there, right? That was mad weird, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
And then what was it? Just Godzilla's rampage versus the Super X towards the end and stuff like that. And I like that drunk guy on there too. So yeah. So this I don't know. This figure's so amazing. Like, it is great. Just it just looks brand new out the packaging, like all the time. This is years old. It's just weird. I don't know.
Okay, here's the next question. Anguirus turned 70 this year. This is the official anniversary of Anguirus, because he first appeared in Godzilla Raids Again. That turned 70. So do you feel the monster gets enough credit for not only being the first Godzilla opponent that kickstarted this Kaiju versus Kaiju craze, but also being one of the few monsters that's been both a worthy ally and opponent to Godzilla? And what is your favorite Anguirus design, and what is your favorite Anguirus moment? So it's a 3-part question.
All right. Anguirus does not get enough credit. I feel like for some reason Mothra, which I think, a monster I think is whack. That's well known, right? Right. So like I feel like Anguirus needs to be in the spot and upheld like Mothra. Like Anguirus is the homie, right? So you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit and all that kind of stuff. A favorite Anguirus moment is Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, the backspin spikes into King Ghidorah, all that kind of good stuff. And then yeah. So favorite moment, and then what was the third part of that, or
favorite Anguirus design?
Favorite Anguirus design would probably have to be the Godzilla at 72, the Godzilla versus King Ghidorah design. Okay, sorry, Godzilla versus Gigan design. Sorry about that. Yeah. I like the classic design the best, I think, because I wasn't really a fan of some of the later iterations. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Oh, you're good. You're good. Here's the next question. It involves Gamera. Gamera turned 60 this year. Do you believe Gamera has transcended from being a Godzilla knockoff to being his own monster, or do you feel he will always be second fiddle or play secondary to Godzilla? And what is your favorite Gamera movie?
I feel like Gamera has transcended Godzilla. I think he's in a lane of his own. My favorite Gamera movie was Gamera 2, but for some reason I keep going back to Guardian of the Universe. We got the Monster Arts one and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe Gamera 2 still is like my favorite, very, very horror-ish graphic, that kind of thing. Legion, for like it's the end of the world, gloom and doom and stuff. I love the movies with like the bad endings or the, almost inescapable endings and stuff like that. So yeah. I think G2 though.
Okay, great. Since we already been through our anniversary collectible picks, did you want to showcase what you picked for your favorite collectible celebrating anniversary this year before we can go into the final topic?
Celebrating anniversary this year, of course, we got the OG, my baby, my first gigantic. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the thing out so many times. It's like, oh man, right? The OG Burning Godzilla Gigantic series. Oh man, this thing is it's a little dusty, I think now, but man, nothing beats this thing. It's like the prize of my collection and stuff like that. So it's my baby. And then any other figures? That's it for like celebrating an anniversary and stuff like that. But yeah, anything else or?
If you got any, do you have any more handy with you? If not, we can just go on to the next topic. It's fine.
For another anniversary, I guess it'd be like the Monster Arts Gigan 72. I got that over here. We've all seen that before, though. Or should I pull that one out?
Or the Sekai 84, because again, 85 celebrating anniversary again this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got So basically,
cool.
we got our boys here because I want to hold up the show because I've been fighting the internet all day. But yeah, we got it popping over here, right? So
there you go.
Yeah. So this thing is mad big. I forgot how big this thing is.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Let me put this down here.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We all caught up now. Now we got two more questions, and that is it. All right. The final question. Which movie celebrating anniversary this year do you feel was the better swan song movie for its particular era? Which one is the better swan song movie? Terror Mechagodzilla for the Showa or Godzilla vs. Destoroyah for the Heisei? Adrian, go first.
I thought we just had this discussion not too long ago with Monster of Attitude, and I'm still going to always say Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. As much as I do talk about that movie, talk bad about that movie, they did, like you said earlier, Leslie, they did Godzilla's death so perfectly in that movie. You couldn't ask for anything better, anything more than the way they handled Godzilla's death. Honestly, still today, I still can only watch that movie once a year because it makes me choke up still. I don't care because that the music, the scene is everything was just perfect for Godzilla dying, unfortunately.
Cells, what about you, buddy?
You know me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm nibbling on something here. I gotta eat. It's Terra Mechagodzilla with no explanation, really. You already know that with me. It's Terra Mechagodzilla, period. What you got, Leslie? Ain't nothing for me to say. So I say it again. It's Terra Mechagodzilla, period.
Oh, I thought Diego's still here. Oh, he gone. Okay, I'll go. Since we're split, one is for Terra, the other's for Destoroyah, and they're both neck and neck. They're both neck and neck, in my opinion. And I know that the most obvious answer would be Destoroyah, but I'm gonna go with Terra Mechagodzilla, and I'll tell you why. Because to me, even though Godzilla's Destoroyah, we all know, wrapped up the Heisei series perfectly, and also tied everything to the original film, right? It did a great thing because, like Kyle mentioned on one of our shows a few months back, in the Heisei series, it seemed like every movie Godzilla is increasing not only his size but his power, and it starts to get the better of him. So by the time we get to Destoroyah, it gets to the point where even he can't control it himself, which leads to his death. And it does a great job telling that the death of that particular era. And that last shot of Godzilla Jr. becoming the new Godzilla, and it just stops, and you don't know what's going to happen. Probably the best cliffhanger for a Godzilla movie. And in my opinion, like I said, Godzilla's Destoroyah. If there were no other Godzilla films after that, with all due respect to -1, the MonsterVerse, or even the Millennium series with GMK, I've been fine with that because it's kind of hard to top what they did to Destoroyah.
Right.
However, Terra Mechagodzilla not only encapsulates what was so great about the Showa series, but that film in the Showa series pays so much homages and references and Easter eggs to the original film, unlike any other Showa film. And let me tell you some examples of what they are. Okay, Inoshiro Honda comes back to direct this film after being gone since Godzilla's Revenge. He didn't do any of the other 70s films. He stayed away for Godzilla for various reasons, but he chose to come back to this film. Okay, Akira Ifukube, the same thing. The last time he scored in the original Godzilla film was Destroy All Monsters, even though Guy again used some of his catalog music. It's the first time he came back to do original music, right? Again, those two were involved with the original 54 movie, okay? The movie sets itself in where Tokyo gets destroyed. Tokyo gets destroyed in the first movie. No other city, Yokohama, Hokkaido, or Okinawa, nothing. And it involves a Godzilla-like creature destroying the city. The original Godzilla and Mechagodzilla with the Terra Mechagodzilla, right? The inclusion of Titanosaurus, who is not really a monster you would think is like a 70s monster who is an oddity, like Megalon, Hedra, or even Gigan. Really, Titanosaurus is like the original Godzilla, a sea-dwelling monster that can not only live in the sea, but can come on land, right? Both films start with an underwater monster or underwater dinosaur attacking a sea vessel. A fishing boat in 54, the submarine in 75, okay? In the earlier draft of Terror of Mechagodzilla, Tomoyuki Tanaka, the producer of the film, wanted to make sure that Godzilla, when he first lands in Terror of Mechagodzilla, that he lands in Shinagawa in Tokyo before he heads to face Titanosaurus. That's where the original 54 Godzilla made landfall in the original Godzilla film. Okay? A variation of Godzilla's theme from 54, is now a more slowed down version, more heroic version in this film. Okay? Both films featured the guy who plays a tortured scientist, Akihiko Hirata, excuse me. He played Dr. Serizawa in the original film. He plays Dr. Mifune in Terra Mechagodzilla. Both films feature a character committing suicide for the greater good of the story. Serizawa in 54, Katsura in Terra Mechagodzilla. So, in my opinion, Terra Mechagodzilla pays so much homages to the original 54 film, but also encapsulate what made the Showa series of Godzilla great in the first place. Great monster fights, aliens, and all the good stuff. It completes everything into one bow. So that's why, in my opinion, Terra Mechagodzilla was the better swan song film that put a bottle cap on the end of a certain era. Again, Destoroyah is great too, but in my opinion, I don't think an argument is I think the argument can be made for Terror Mechagodzilla. If you choose Destoroyah, that's fine. But there's so many things that happen in that film that references the original 54 film from a not really a storyline perspective, but just an Easter egg perspective. That again, it wasn't random. That's why I believe that Terror Mechagodzilla was intended to be the last Godzilla film, in my opinion. Even though there were some things that happened or they tried to do between 75 and 84, but there's so many things that happened coincidentally that paid homages to the 54 film that I really believe that they wanted this to be the last Godzilla film of the Showa era. And that's how I look at it. Now, I know some people, when they see Godzilla go out to sea, it's really no different than he does in other films. But again, there's so many things. There's so many things you can point to between Terror Mechagodzilla and 54 film that I think that's the better swan song for its particular era. So, and that's how I look at it.
You explained that really good.
Question?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, the swan song for the era. I'm with you on the 50. I was on 54, but Godzilla's Destoroyah. Like you said, I mean, everything. You kind of took the words out of my mouth there with like the best swan song for the end of an era. And again, that's my favorite movie, and my top 10 for Godzilla films and stuff like that. So I feel like I don't have much to add. I think you said it all for me. Great minds think alike.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing. Two of us went for Terror. The other two went for Destoroyah. So basically, nobody's wrong here. To be honest.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Adrian. Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, and honestly, David put it perfectly. It honestly is neck and neck. It's not really one is really better than the other. They're both amazing endings to the Godzilla franchise.
Right, but I don't think enough people look at Terror Mechagodzilla as a better swan song.
As a better
swan song. And again, when I started thinking about the homages that Terror Mechagodzilla does, it'd be one thing if it had like one or two, but I just named like 7 or 8. And again, it doesn't seem coincidental that they put that in that movie. Although things happen, that call back to the original 54 film, and again, encapsulates what was so great about the Showa series. And on top of that, Terror Mechagodzilla is somewhat of the darker movie of the 70s, where the other ones were lighthearted and goofy over the top. But with this one, with Inashiro Honda coming back, they brought it back to more of a darker route type of story, because he was never really a fan of Godzilla being this goofy superhero. He wanted the monster to be portrayed straight. But I think that was his way of trying to really embrace the campiness, but also bring it back to a level of somewhat sanity. But again, I think a stronger case can be made for Terror being a better swan song movie too. That's my opinion. But now we're going to the last exercise we're going to do for this stream. And here we go. I asked my guests to pick 5, not 4, but 5 collectibles of 5 of their favorite collectibles from a specific era, right? It comes from the 60s, the 70s, the Heisei, Millennium, Reiwa, Monsterverse. Okay, and we don't know what era we chose. It's kind of like a surprise. We don't know even what collectibles that we chose. It's a surprise. But again, you have to pick a specific era and 5 collectibles from their era. It doesn't have to be for the same movie, but it has to be a monster from a specific era. So, Adrian, start off. What was your era that you chose, and what are the collectibles that you chose also?
So, ironically, I actually picked one from each era. But of course, we'll start with the 60s. Give me 1 second. Ooh. Something else I'm scared to handle. The 1964 KOC Godzilla. This beautiful kit. This kit's absolutely perfection. Thing is heavy. Burley Bing put this together for me. He did an incredible job.
Watch that head. Watch that head, bro.
Oh, I
watch that head.
I'm trying to watch this tail too, but this thing is this. Perfection.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Adrian, go ahead and go through the rest of your picks, and we'll do the same thing with everybody else.
Okay.
Got you.
Next, of course, for Heisei, y'all know my biasness. It's going to be the sidebot, obviously, for obvious reasons. I do love the 85 suit, but I love the sidebot just as much, honestly. This thing's incredible. for the millennial era. I have to get back up again, but the Spiral Studios GMK for the millennial era.
Yeah.
This thing is what's the word that Eric's been using? He's been throwing some word around a lot, but this is a chunky bastard. This thing is huge. I love it. It may not be absolutely perfect, good with the dorsal plates and everything, but honestly, this is probably one of the best innovations of GMK that we actually have.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, well, actually, no, I got two more. I forgot. I got this one first since he's a bit closer. Of course, I'm jumping a little bit of ahead, but for the MonsterVerse, I got the Mondo Godzilla Evolved, the regular variant, color variant of it.
Okay.
And I don't know why everything about this figure I just love. I love how big it is. I love the different type of colors that are on here. Even though it's Godzilla Evolved, it still has so many unique colors to it. This thing is awesome. And then last but not least, this big chunky bastard. The X Plus Gigantic Shin Godzilla, the red translucent version. Of course, I know how long I've been hunting for this. I finally got this a couple years ago, and honestly, I still love having it in my collection. This thing is awesome as well.
It's awesome. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
All right, those are awesome collectible picks. Marcellus, you're up next. What era did you choose, and what collectibles did you choose?
Man, so it's just the one era, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to do what he did. I chose the 1960s, of course. So I can't pull this up here, but this is the entertaining theater. Gyra choking out Sanda.
Oh, okay.
It's a 35 centimeter scale. So they say it's 30, but it's big. So that's what's sitting right here. It's insane. I wanted that thing, and I ended up getting a ridiculous, an amazing price on that. It'll literally, if you were scaling it with stuff, you would literally, as the Gargantuas, that would scale with the 40 centimeter line because they're big. So I mean, you could actually see that's the 30 centimeters standing next to it, and they're crumped down even bigger than him. So they fall like on a 40 centimeter scale. The other one that I just adore, but I had to. Yeah, I got it on lock, but it's a
okay.
It's my Mansu Kong inside of the cage. You got the little men and stuff is in there. Linda Miller, she actually signed the chest, and she signed the chest at G Fest. The whole thing lights up. The whole chamber lights up. The eyes and stuff lights up on this thing. This thing is incredible. You know, I was gonna put the Rotu Kong in there, but I just never touch it after that. I just keep it lit up. I think it's number 2. The 1, 2. Oh, here's the other one. Yeah, I mean, I got so many that I can pick from, but I agree with Adrian. KOC 64. I done these things so many times, and then mine's is not even painted no more. KOC 64 it's just the ultimate 64. Yeah. That's that 3. I think that was 3. I mean, I got stuff up here. Here's this. I like this. I had this with the Gargantua, the Gargantua Billiken kit, which I just love. But man, I was in a hunt for this thing here. The Enzo Kong, and this is the one that comes with the other Godzilla, and they're fighting over the castle. But man, if you look at this thing is every time I went to try to get one, I end up not losing it or forgetting or falling asleep or something. But man, this Kong is it's just dope, right? I just love it.
Dope.
And then is that number 4? That's number 4. So because I've been gone for a long time, I slid in a bonus, just a bonus. I didn't say that, just a bonus. But my number 5 is this here, man. It's hard to even pick this thing up. I saw
careful.
Steve.
Yeah, be careful, please.
Steve had this thing, man.
Mm.
Y'all saw it at G Fest. The 50 centimeter Kaiju Freaks.
Yep.
62, man. This thing. The craziest thing is I ended up getting another one. I ended up selling the one that was at G Fest. And man, when I tell you this thing is just I can't even you can't even put if you ain't had it, this thing is just incredible. It's super heavy. It comes with the plastic eyes, the clear eyes that go over top of them. It's the thing is amazing, man. But you know, my 60 area, I can go on and on. I had the 65, you know, but the 60 and 70 era is just always going to be the best for me. I like the Millennium, a lot of stuff that's in the Millennium area, but I mean, not the Millennium, the Monsterverse. I know a lot of people don't like, they don't give the Monster no love. Okay, anyway, but I do. But yeah, this thing is like top dog, man. So this is some unique pieces. What you got,
All
Les?
right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let James go next. So, James,
All
what
right.
era did you choose, and what collectibles did you choose from that era?
Now, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Heisei era, but when it comes to collectibles and stuff and like, you know, really handling things and stuff like that, I really enjoyed my Millennium era collectibles. So starting off first, we have our Monster Arts, Godzilla 99, but not 99, if that makes any sense. We're always upset about the scope
Right,
of the
right.
thing and everything. It is, but it isn't it, and that kind of thing. Because, you know, we finally got one on the way, I think, hopefully coming soon. But, I mean, I just really like this figure now. Is it limited a bit? Because, I mean, he's kind of permanently hunched, but, I mean, that's fine. I also have the Sakai Gigantic Series 99, but I don't know. Just, like, pulling this figure, I'm like, man, I'm like, I don't know. I really had a good time with this figure. And then picking up again after not touching for a while, it's like, man, this is just really cool, right? Then something I haven't really had a chance to like make a video on just yet, but I had since released the 99. What's this line called? Well, it's like based off the suit.
Super Toho.
Super Toho.
Super Toho, yeah. So I have this, and I haven't had a lot of time to spend, but I mean, just having it up on my shelf, I'm like, man, this is like really nice, really cool.
Yeah.
Pearlescence in the eye. I don't know if you catch it in the light. Like, oh no, I like this a lot. So this is really
It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
That's that 30 centimeter one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're back to Monster Arts yet again. So we have the Kiru Shinigawa, I think this is, or the battle damage version. And I have this one with the pieces, you know, broken cannon and the arm, all that kind of good stuff. So again, you know, when I'm making these reviews and stuff, one thing I like to do is like I'll work on the video and then have the movie play in the background, and it gets like you get like completely immersed. That makes any sense. So like had a lot of fond memories just making videos with this, right? Then we have again more Monster Arts. We have the Kiru Heavy Arms, which is like I want to say top 3, top 4 Monster Arts of all time. I don't know. I think this is like a super sick figure. Really cool. And again, it's just I'm basing this off like the enjoyment I had while like posing this thing and making the videos and stuff like that. So these are like strangely fun to me, even though I'm like more of a Heisei fan. And then finally,
James, let me see that again. I never seen. That's the first time I ever seen that one.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Check out the review on my channel. It's super sick.
Yeah. Wow, that thing is nice. Yeah, that's super nice.
Gunmetal and the weathering and stuff like that. I'm surprised they haven't made a reissue of this yet, but maybe they won't because they've redone Kira, I think 3 times now. So maybe, but don't give up hope. They did like a Mogra just recently. So
that thing is nice.
So we'll see. Then finally, yet another Kiru, and it is the Sola Chigoken version, right? And what makes this super sick is, of course, you know, I'm a goober. I love like the light up features and stuff. So we put the eyes on here. Can you see that? That stays on, right? Eyes light up.
Oh, that's nice.
And then the chest cannon lights up. I'm like, I don't know. This is crazy sick to me. You know what I mean?
That is
I'm a man. I like
so
things
great.
that light up and go boom, right? So, posable, and it comes with a cool dock bay and stuff like this. So again, like just figures I really had a great time making videos about. These really stick out to me for some reason. I mean, I don't know. I'm a sucker for light up features straight up. So.
Right.
Right.
Ratcheting joints, die cast feet, some pretty good posability and stuff. So, man, I love this figure. I hope they make a heavy arms version, Solar Jigokin scale and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's weird. I feel like I went on the opposite end there with the picks because I'm more of a Heisei guy, but I really enjoyed the Millennium Area figures. So,
yeah,
cool.
Which is weird because I thought for sure that Diego or James, you were going to choose Heisei. I thought
right.
I thought Adrian was going to choose just Heisei. I thought Marcellus was going to choose the 70s.
70s,
so
I know.
Y'all just throwing a curveball, But you know what? I can't have y'all be the only ones to throw curveballs. Now, I know
all
y'all know I'm a Showa guy. I love Showa. Especially the 70s, 60s, of course, especially the 70s, even the Heisei. But you know what? I gotta go with Diego. I'm going Millennium on this one.
Yeah. It's something weird about the era. It's like it's fun. It's not the best, but it's just fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. And the monster designs are absolutely gorgeous. Now, execution wise, yeah, a lot of them kind of like, kind of crap the bed, but in terms of the designs themselves, the monsters are absolutely great. And the collectibles that we get of them, if they're done properly and done right, are absolutely great collectibles. So, Kyle, again, they could be random, my 5 picks. So you can throw it whatever you want to throw up and then I'll talk about it. So this first one here, this is the X Plus Death for Real Rick edition of the Big Mouth Orga. Nightmare Fuel, ladies and gentlemen. Again, in my opinion, this is probably one of the, if not the best, Death for Real pieces that X Plus has ever done. Now, I know X Plus, at least Death for Reals, are an acquired taste. I know some people dig them. I know some people don't dig them. I do. And I've always been a fan of this design of Orga from the film, not the other one, but that weird moment where he just opened his mouth to the point where Godzilla can walk his big behind in there like an apartment and just stay there. And it's like this one is like it's jarring to look at even on my shelf. Even when I pick it up, I'm afraid it's gonna bite me. But they did a great job, with the big mouth, and you had the dorsal plates popping out on the back, signifying what was going to happen if Orga did complete its transformation into a Godzilla clone. But this was such a great piece, and I had to include it on this list.
Yeah, I think it's wild.
Yeah. So, hey, Miss Winters in the chat.
And she gonna say your stuff is dope. Ain't that something?
Of course, because she got good taste. She got good taste. So, Kyle, you can go ahead and fire out the next one. Adrian, I feel you, buddy. Even though I'm not good terms with this company, but at the same time, I can't knock that they did a great job. The Spiral Studios legacy line of the GMK Godzilla, the gigantic size, first and only suit accurate gigantic size GMK with the pot belly, the dad bod, whatever. Looks really, really, really good. Again, I'm kind of torn between this one and the S Plus Gigantic because the S Plus Gigantic is stylized, but at the end of the day, I go with the suit accurate one, what I saw in the film, and this one looks absolutely great. The dorsal plates could be a little bit darker, but that's probably my only nitpick with it. But aside from that, oh man, this thing is gorgeous. Not gorgeous, but gorgeous. Now, is it the best GMK out there? Me and Sandra and Kyle are going to talk about that at some point, but it's definitely in the conversation. I know it's definitely in the conversation.
Absolutely.
All right, Kyle, you can do the third one. This is the X Plus 30 centimeter Final Wars Gigan, and I've been on the Gigan tear as of late, trying to get as many 30 centimeter representations of the monsters of that film. Half of it has X Plus, and the other half is Galloping Ghost, Kaiju, Kobo, resin model kits. And I was going to pick a model kit, actually, but you know what? I do love this design from Final Wars. When you think about the movie, really outside of Godzilla, Gigan is really the only other prominent star in the movie because the plot really kind of revolves around him. And when it comes to all the other monsters that come into the film besides Godzilla, and I've always dug this design. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Showa one more. It's the definitive one. But again, I've always loved this design. And Esplit did a great job with this figure. Oh, by the way, Adrian, Tail Simpson West, this is a 30 centimeter figure. I don't know what the heck he was talking about, but you let him know because I mentioned it today. It is a full 30 centimeter figure.
Yeah, it's a big 30 centimeter.
It is a big 30 centimeter figure.
Yeah, but Samson's 4 up and down is not 30 centimeters, and I want to throw my lawnmower through the TV when I saw it. But
Samson be on that stuff.
Yeah, he's a big 30.
Yeah. Those man, you can't trust those Georgia boys, but love you, Samson. But yeah, this thing is absolutely great. As a matter of fact, if I were to rank the Gigan designs, it would be 72 number 1. Actually, Final Wars be number 2 and 73 number 3 because 73 looks god awful. He looks like he needs to be
busted
on a bus. I'm gonna leave it at that. But all right, Kyle, go with the next collectible pick, please. Oh yeah, this is the X Plus Gigantic series. Yuji Sakai maquette of the Godzilla 2000, not the suit accurate one, but the maquette that was going to be in the film before they changed over to the suit accurate one. And out of all the Gigantics, this is the one I feel like does not get talked about enough, honestly.
Right.
It is the smallest of the Gigantics,
right?
But it is incredibly detailed, and again, the orange spikes. Really, actually, Sandra motivated me to get this figure because she wanted the regular 2000 with the purple one, and I wasn't really feeling it because I've never really been a big fan of the maquette 2000 design, honestly. But once she got her 2000 in the mail and I saw it in person, I was like, "Ooh, this does look really good." But I didn't want the same one as her, so I was like, you know what? If I can get the orange one, Team Orange, that's exactly what I'm going to do, and it's exactly what I did. So, yeah, this thing is absolutely great. The dorsal plate's one of the best dorsal plates S Plus ever done. Like, this thing is really, really, really cool. And just because it may be the smallest of the Gigantics, it should be talked about more, in my opinion. And the final collectible pick is the Mondo Mothra 2003 Deluxe Edition.
Yeah.
I make no bones about the fact that even though Mothra vs. Godzilla is my favorite movie, the design from Tokyo SOS of Mothra is my favorite design of Mothra of all time. I think that the design of Mothra is kind of like the 64 Mothra. They just made it colorful and really more organic, made it more of like a real life creature if Mothra was real. But in my opinion, Mondo did a phenomenal job with this statue, and I think there's still some on their website, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're a Mothra fan, please go after this piece. And again, this is the deluxe, where you can interchange the eggs from having the one that's broken out with the two twins popping out, or you can have a fully intact egg. But either way, that Mondo Mothra is awesome, and that is. Yeah, that was my collectible picks for the era that I chose, which was the Millennium. So again, you kind of thought we were going one way, but we went the exact opposite. You know what?
Right.
That makes for great show and great discussions. You know, but with that being said, we are almost at the 2-hour mark, and we're pretty much in with this stream. I hate to see the stream go because again, you know, we don't get together like this until maybe next year, or maybe we can between now and then. But I want to thank everybody: Diego, James, Adrian, Marcellus, even those who couldn't be here: Kaiju Kim, John Ruffin, Donald Gulley from the Sci-Fi Nerds, Jordon Adorno from Monster Attitude. Thank y'all so much for wanting to be a part of this discussion. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you to everybody here that has supported this endeavor since day one. You have no idea what that really means to us as African Americans, being part of this awesome fandom on this awesome month of Black History Month. And we're not done, celebrating minorities. David's going to do I believe he's going to do his Pride Month stream in June. I'm kind of pushing for Christine to do a women's stream, because Women's Month is actually next month. So hopefully we can get that done, whatever. But we're all about uplifting minorities, uplifting everybody, because that's what Collect All Monsters do. But again, I can't thank you enough for all the support you have shown us with this endeavor for the past several years, and we're not stopping anytime soon. So we'll definitely hope to see you next year. You know, we all get together or whatever. So again, thank you to Diego, James. Thank you to Adrian.
Yep.
Thank you to Marcellus for being here. Now, before we go, do you have anything that you want to plug before we get up out of here? I'll tell you what, James, why don't you go first?
Just check out youtube.com DiegoDoom for those reviews. And then quick random rant. Y'all got to chill out. Y'all got to stop getting ripped off in the groups and stop falling for scammers, please. I see that
Lord,
stuff
yes.
nonstop. Oh, man. Come on. No, don't do friends and family. Stick it to goods and services, please. So, yeah.
Tell us how you really feel, James. You got anything you want to go up your chest?
Bro, I see that stuff nonstop. Like, golly, not again. Yeah, y'all gotta stop. And I'm seeing what some heroes are turning into villains and stuff like that. Listen, you just, goods and services, no friends and family. And if you can, just try to stay up to date with the release dates and buy this stuff straight from the stores, because I know it's hard for everybody out here now, but man, people's pockets are getting lit up. So, yeah, I don't know. I can talk about that crap forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're passionate about this hobby. You're passionate about seeing other collectors not getting ripped off.
Yeah, I want everybody to have nice
that.
stuff and don't overpay, don't underpay. Just have nice stuff, and you can have like a huge mess behind, like I got and stuff like that. But like, man, I can't stand seeing people get ripped off, and everybody works hard for their money, and you got weirdos and just all kinds of stuff. It's like, man, I don't know. Stay safe out there,
No, you're fine, and that's great advice to give everybody, because there are a lot of people out there who may be new, or maybe people that are old heads, so they're still making some mistakes here and there and falling for stuff they shouldn't fall for. So with you being a legend in the game, and that's what you are a legend. With your YouTube channel being so great, and so many people looked at that channel and your advice. It's nice that you are trying to look out for everybody. And that's a wonderful thing. So thank you for saying that. Really do appreciate it.
And hold on, let me get this out too. Look. Y'all cut your boy Jason some slack over there, awesome collector, right?
Right.
Bro.
Right.
I just pre-ordered this figure 30 seconds ago. Why isn't it at my house right now? Where you at, Jason? Right. Give him a break, please.
Right.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm done. I'll save that for my own stream. But I could go on. That crap's crazy to me.
I understand. You know what? It frustrates you because you want to see the fandom do better, and you want to see people do better, and you want to see other fans treat each other better. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Adrian, what about you? I know you got a lot of stuff to plug. I know you got something going down tomorrow with your NWA crew. So plug away, my friend.
Yes, we do. Tomorrow at, I want to say, we think here at the Vega time, 5 p.m. Central Time, we'll be starting the nomination show for Figure of the Year for the year 2024. Got a lot of categories, a lot of figures to choose from, so definitely tune in for that. And of course, join the Monster of Attitude Facebook page to be able to vote for what do you think the Figure of the Year should be. And of course, join all our other social media accounts. Everything we do. It's Instagram, Twitter, I guess X now. Jesus Christ, Twitch. Whenever we're streaming, we're actually streaming streaming World Rumble tonight on Twitch. Just don't rat us up to nobody, please. If they want to watch World Rumble with us, but that's all I got.
Cool. Sellers, what about you, baby?
I'm good. I just appreciate being back building. I agree with a lot of stuff that James was saying. I've been out for about I think about 4 or 5 months, and so I've only been back about 2-3 weeks really consistently. So be patient, like he was saying. I have a ton of kits here to catch up on in the last 5 months, so I don't need inboxes every day. Hey, how is this? Did you open up this? Yo, I'm one person with almost 70-80 kits here, so just be patient. I had some family things going on that shut me down for about 5 months. I've been back 2 weeks, so I'm getting stuff out. I enjoy being back, but I need just be patient. I gotta remember I'm a pastor, so I get tons and tons of inboxes and stuff, messages every day. I got emergencies that happen. I got families that I oversee, and so then I travel a lot. So I'm back. Just be patient. The other thing I want to plug, if you are a thank you. You know, and I want to say this. Thank you, Eric and Leslie, different ones. Adrian, just ones I've been doing. Some of you guys, I really want to take that time and say thank y'all. I don't want to get into a lot of stuff, but y'all support was absolutely amazing. Everything has gotten a lot better. I really, 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 truly appreciate everybody that reached out to me. I thank y'all so much. Thank you, Alex. You know I got you covered. The other thing is, if you are a Redskins fan and I'm doing a commission for you, it has just doubled. So I just want you to know that. I think went over everybody's head. If you are a Redskins fan, your commission doubled. If you are a Philadelphia Eagle fan, no matter where you were at on my commission list, you are literally at the top. Just want you to know that. I love y'all, though, man. I love this community. I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. I thank y'all. Just like I said, just be patient with me. I thank y'all. Let me see. Yeah, thank you, David. David, you reached out to me like every week, man. I appreciate y'all. I really do. But I'm back doing stuff. It just takes. Here's the thing. When people inbox and what's this, what's that, it make you feel rushed, and I don't want to rush the quality of what I do things. So it's coming. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. Like I said, I was off for almost 5 months. The more I thought about it, and I enjoy being back. And I enjoy the community. Thank y'all for y'all prayers and support. Appreciate y'all.
Always.
And I would give a spoiler alert to Leslie who won the. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, because you know what? Let's say Adrian was talking, let's say James was talking. I was watching you, and your eyes are up there, so I know you're watching the Royal Rumble. So I know what you're doing. All right,
I ain't want to say what I wanted to say because I got goosebumps and chills for a second. I had to stop looking up.
Yeah. Because like I said, I know you want to see Jay Cargill naked. So hey, fine.
See.
No, but seriously, again, I put this together, 5 years ago, and these streams have been really, really fun and really, really great, and the support has been great. And I know I've been saying thank you about it for the longest time, but I can't say thank you enough because the support for what we do, not only here, but on Collect All Monsters and NWA and everything that we do in this community, I really do appreciate, because I know we're going through a crazy time in this world. There are so many crazy things going on. There's so many bad stuff going on. That's why I like to promote that at the end of the day, as Godzilla fans, we have each other. You know what I'm saying? I got Adrian, I got Marcellus, I got Diego, I got my Collect All Monsters crew. Y'all got us. We got each other. Even though at the end of the day, we're not going to agree on every single thing. That's absolutely fine. But at the same time, we have to have each other. At the end of the day, that's all we got. And that's all we need. So let's not lose sight of that, ladies and gentlemen, okay? As Godzilla fans, we're going through a lot right now in the world. But you know what? Let's just keep pushing through. Let's keep fighting. And let's keep doing what we do and living our best lives possible. All right? Again, with all this stuff in Marvel and DC, it is our time. It's the Kaiju fans' time. So again, thank y'all so much for being here. Everybody in the chat, really do appreciate it. Again, thank you to Kyle Yout for the producing. Really do appreciate it. I know you're about to go out and have some fun in Japan, and we're not jealous.
I am.
Man.
No. But again, thank y'all so much. And again, this kicks off, the next few weeks of everything popping off in our fandom. Because again, next Saturday is actually going to be Winter Wonderfest in Japan. Actually, Kyle's going to be there. So
awesome.
Look to Collect All Monsters, our Facebook group, Monster Collectors. And I'm sure he might post some pictures, maybe some video of what is there or whatnot or whatever. Again, the Monster Attitude nomination figure of the year 2024 show is tomorrow. And then again, the weekend after next weekend at the Wonderfest is our monthly episode, our February monthly episode of Collect All Monsters, where we will talk about the fallout from Wonderfest and some other stuff. And to give you a spoiler alert, our very next show on March 15th, we're going to talk about and celebrate to a certain degree Terror of Mechagodzilla, because that day is the official 50th anniversary of Terror of Mechagodzilla. So, you know, spread a lot of Titanosaurus love on that show. Woo-hoo! That's how we're going down on Collect All Monsters. So again, thank you to Adrian, thank you to Marcellus, and thank you to Diego. We'll do appreciate it. And thank you to Kyle for the producing and everybody here in the chat. And we'll see you next year on the next Collect All Monsters African American stream with Kaiju fans and collectors, part 6, in honor of Black History Month. So until next time, our planet may be doomed, our Earth devastated, the monsters are in revolt, and civilization is in chaos. We must unite and say it with me. Collect
all monsters.
Appreciate you.